And without further ado, as we do, to the best 3 days of our lives. The day you're on a boat in the middle of the Virgin Islands, the day you have kids, and today, right now, the day we get married. Cheers, and welcome to the Panapinto 100.
The island of St. Thomas is only 3.5 miles wide. We sit right on the globe where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Caribbean Sea. I like to say it makes it special and unique in a different way. You guys do your shopping, get your daiquiris, have some fun.
Before the ceremony starts, before everything starts, do you have any special words or any message that you want to share to Tony beforehand?
I just want to tell him that I'll love him forever. He's the best father to our children, and that's just one of the many reasons that I love him, and I can't wait to officially be husband and wife.
Well, babe, we're about to say I do. I just want to say I'm so relaxed, so sure of what we're doing. It's going to be awesome. And, well, I love you, and let's do this damn thing.
Tony, Maya, having proclaimed your love for and commitment to one another in the sight of Almighty God and these witnesses, it is my distinct pleasure to pronounce you, by the power vested in me in the state of Florida, husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
You know, when Maya and I first started planning our wedding here in St. Thomas, we thought if we had 50 people, we would have one hell of a wedding. And well, 50 turned into 70, 70 turned into 80, and I'm looking at 100 people. That's people that love us and believe in us and our family. This is the only time in our lifetime that this will ever happen. So on behalf of Maya, I'd like to give a big thank you to each and every one of you who traveled halfway around this world for us. And I also wanted to say a couple quick other thank yous. And some of you are probably wondering, well, why the Virgin Islands? 12 years ago, my grandfather took us all on a family vacation, and we were here in St. Thomas, standing at the top of the mountain. I looked at my brother and I said, Justin, I'm moving here. And he looked at me and he said, you're full of shit. And well, I did. 2.5 years I fell in love with this place. It was the first place I wanted to take Maya, and since then, she's fallen in love with it, our kids and our friends, and now we can only hope you do as well. And speaking of Justin, thank you for always being my voice of reason in this life. And while I rarely ever listened, I always knew that no matter what, you had my back and you were there to bail me out. You've been my best friend. Tomorrow, you'll be my best man. Everyone already knows you're the best uncle. And speaking of thanks, I'd like to give a big thanks to Steve, who is a big reason for making this all possible, but more importantly, for setting the bar so high for me to be a great man to Maya and to our kids. He's one hell of a cool grandpa, he's a cool dad, and if you ask his friends, he's the coolest guy they know. And we used to call my dad the man, the myth, the legend, and well, I think you fit that role pretty well. And I can tell you one thing, if my dad was here, he'd be sitting right next to you. And to my mom, who my whole life told me 2 things to live by. Tony, get a real job and find a good girl. And while I might not have found the first part, I did find the second. You've always been my biggest fan. And Mom, I didn't just find a good girl. I found an amazing one. I love you. To Tara, thank you for always being there for our little ones and be on the next flight when we need help or just want to have a weekend down to spend some time with our fun-loving Gigi. To Leo and Layla, you know your mom and dad dreamed really big my whole entire life, but we never dreamed of having kids as amazing as you two. This weekend is just as much for you as it is for us. It's time to start dreaming. And last but not least, the real reason we are all here. To our Maya, who walks this world so gracious and so effortless, you make everyone feel at peace and at home like they've known you for years. You're an amazing daughter, friend, woman, mother, fiance, and I have no doubt you'll make an amazing wife. While you do take forever to get ready, I always know you're going to walk out of the bathroom looking like $1 million. But the most amazing thing you've done in my family is make the most popular words, I love you. And for that, I am forever grateful. And Maya, while we may have done everything ass backwards, we did it together, and we never looked back or cared what anyone thought because we had each other. And well, tonight, we're a team. We are a dream. And I'd like to make a cheers to you. I love you. And today, you are my wife, and we'll always continue to chase our dreams as one. And without further ado, as we do, to the best 3 days of our lives, the day you're on a boat in the middle of the Virgin Islands, the day you have kids, and today, right now, the day we get married. Cheers, and welcome to the Panapinto 100.